Good morning, it's Jonathan Barrett for this morning's debrief for March the 19th. Quite an interesting night last night, pretty quiet though. Had some reasonable data, inflation data in the States. I came a little bit to the lower end of the range, which was quite interesting. And obviously people a little bit concerned, I guess, of there's no life in the recovery. But having said that, the market was a little bit buoyant and the equities closed up. Anyway, let's have a look at some of those closes. Okay, here we go. As you can see, just looking at the American market, the Dow closed up 45 points at 10,779. The S&P was down, down a fraction though, 1165. The Nasdaq up to 2391. Over in Europe, though, things were a little bit distant. We actually had the Stoic down 17. The FTSE was also down. Down 2, the DAC down 11, and the CAC at 19. Market seems to be floundering at the top end of the range, so I think that in itself is quite interesting. Has it got the conviction to move onwards and upwards? That's the thing we've got to try and work out. Consumer Price Index, leading index, all point to expansion without inflation. That to me is just a slight interesting thing to keep an eye on, because I think you do need a little bit of inflation there to ensure that we are going to climb out. And they're going to continue to expand. And I think a lot of people are actually focused on that at the moment. Well, we certainly are. Let's have a look at just some of the trading opportunities we've looked at, been looking at. And as you will, first of all, have a look at that dollar index. It's been quite frustrating for all of us. It's been trading in this range for a while. Hasn't yet really broken out. And I think as it stays here, it sort of gives us just a little bit of a concern that we're just marking time. It did bounce from the lower end. Yesterday we mentioned that the dollar could look attractive. What was the trading opportunity? Obviously a small buy. That's actually bode quite well. We are testing that top end of this trend line here, which we've discussed before. And if it does break, that could be quite interesting. But as you can see, very, very choppy. And obviously the risk is back to the top side, 81.82. That should put a little bit of dampener on the euro and also the Aussie. But the Aussie is holding up remarkably well. 92.02 is where it is, and it had that high of 92.35, and this does look quite supportive. But you never know with that Aussie; it just seems to be trickling higher. Euro was the one that suffered quite a bit last night, and for those that listen to the tweets and things, we actually climbed out of our euro trade, and obviously we just felt that it was just a bit of a concern. We are getting close to the lower end of the range, but as you can see, the big picture there, it's just range trading, not doing anything too exciting there. 136.09, probably test the lower end of the range, but from there I think we'll have a look at it. US dollar does look slightly firmer bid. It is interesting to see the US dollar looking bid. Is there something in the wings that we haven't looked at? Something that's on the agenda, because normally it's a flight to quality if there is a concern. And perhaps there could be something just around the corner. Let's see what happens. Looking at the commodities now, and an interesting night there for crude, just marking time at the top end. 83.10.15 needs to be broken in order to see it onwards and upwards. It's just floundering at the top side. Copper as well. Copper backed up a little bit from yesterday's move. Still looks quite supportive, and obviously need to see that test of that 350 and a break of that. 345, 350 would be very encouraging for us. So that looks all right. Just looking at some of the softs, just looking at wheat, just floundering on the downside. We continue to support the wheat market there, but as you can see, it's not doing anything too exciting. Looking at the local market, the front month we 48.81, and I think the chances there, look, we're right at the top end of the range. I think it's very hard to give us a call either way. We have been short, but the contract months rolled off, so we did take a small loss on that, and I'm standing on the side of that market at the moment, so really quite not sure what's going to happen there. In terms of economic news out the next 24 hours, there's not a lot. There's a little bit there in New Zealand and some in Canada, but really that's about it. So if anything, it should be quite a quiet night because we haven't got a lot in the States, so I think the best thing is just to look for those ranges. But I don't think there's going to be a lot of excitement. That's about it from me. I hope you have a good day. Happy trading, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.